Hey everybody, Neosolid22 back again with another pickup video. I have quite a bit of stuff this time, so I'm going to try to be quick about most of it. Not a lot of games, to be honest. There are some games, but this is more of a system episode because I got some new systems, stuff that I didn't have before, and something really weird that I think some of you guys are gonna like to see and learn some more about. And I honestly didn't know what it was, and I looked it up, and I've got some knowledge to drop on you. So let's get started. I'm gonna show something I found. I guess I found this a couple weeks ago at the flea market here in Wentzville, Missouri. It's not that special. It's you just don't see them that much, but it is a TRS-80 personal computer. Now this was marketed by Radio Shack and has the unfortunate moniker of the Trash 80 because they weren't particularly great computers, but this is kind of a cool little thing. This is a mobile computer, and this was made probably in the early 80s, I believe, 83 maybe, and this actually retailed for about $1,400 for one of the models. It actually has a modem in it for 1983, so you could type up on here and digitally send your stuff across the modem to, you know, a publisher or a newspaper. So this is, I guess, maybe popular for people like that. And but it's pretty cool. I liked it. I saw it, 10 bucks. I picked it up. It also came with the carrying case, which is a little ripped, but the best part is it came with all the manuals for it. So I got a full set of manuals, which is almost necessary in it. If you see on this manual, it says Tandy 102, so this was operating on a Tandy type platform. So it's, I thought that was pretty cool. I had to pick that up. I didn't find anything else that day at the flea market, so it was nice to kind of pick something up there that I thought was kind of pretty cool to have. Alright, next I did some yard selling recently. And I haven't been finding much at yard sales. There haven't been a lot, and I haven't had a lot of time. I've only been able to go out for about an hour at the time because of my wife's work schedule and because of my kids. And as you can see, you can hear the little one over here. He's looking at something right now and talking. But anyway, at one yard sale, they had some PlayStation 2 games. So I took a look through them, and they were wanting about $2 a piece for most of them. So I picked up SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I'm almost certain I have this already on GameCube, but I went ahead and picked it up on PlayStation 2. My son is a rabid SpongeBob fan. As you can see, that's complete. It is the greatest hits version, but you know, it's a SpongeBob game. I'm not going to really worry about what version of a SpongeBob game I have. Then I also picked up something. I'm not a big fan of this series, to be honest, but it's a cool game, kind of a cool thing to have. It's Tomb Raider Anniversary, and again, it is complete. And these are in pretty good shape. The cases are a little beat up, but overall the disc and everything are in great shape. But it's kind of a cool game. I'm not, like I said, not a big fan of the Tomb Raider series. I do have the newest one, but I haven't even actually taken it out of the shrink wrap yet. I need to do that because I've heard it's pretty great, but just never have been a big fan of the Tomb Raider series. I know some people are going to think I'm crazy for that, but I just wasn't. Then this was like my big yard sale score because I got this for $5 at a yard sale. It was actually the first yard sale I went to of the day, this last Saturday, and I just wandered in there, and they had some PS2 games, nothing particularly fantastic or anything like that, and some sports games, some kiddie games, and I decided to pass. They were a few bucks a piece, and my PS2 limit's usually $2, and this is something pretty outstanding, but they also had this, Mario Kart Double Dash, so I was happy to see that. Thanks, bud. So I picked that up, obviously. It is complete. If you look, it's like super complete, actually. It's even got the extra booklets and stuff in here, so that was pretty sweet. This is well taken care of, in great shape. I already had this, but I think this is possibly going to be an upgrade because I think my case is kind of beat up. So my other one will be for trade, or this one will be for trade, depending on which one I think looks better. But for $5, I'm going to pick that up every day at a yard sale. That's why we still go out to yard sales, right? Next, I got a couple of things I got from Game Trader 2, and one I got a while back and I kept forgetting to show it in the video, and it's actually a PC Engine game, and I don't even have a PC Engine. I know I've covered that before. I have a turbo but no PC Engine. So my son's taking Mario Kart out of its case there. But anyway, so I don't have a PC Engine, but I have a turbo, so I'm going to get my turbo modded at some point by my buddy Jake. If you want to check out Jake's channel, I believe it's Jake F. I'll have to link that in the description below. He does some pretty cool mods and things like that. But anyway, it's Fantasy Zone, which is, I love Fantasy Zone, and supposedly this is one of the definitive versions of Fantasy Zone. So I went in and picked that up, even though it's an import that I can't play yet. And that was from Game Trader 2, like I said. Also, I went in Game Trader 2 another day, and he had Blades of Steel. And this is the Konami Classics variant of Blades of Steel. I already had the regular Blades of Steel, but I'm a kind of a label variant junkie. And you're going to see this is going to be a variant video too, not just systems, but variants. So I went in and picked up the Konami Classics. As you see, it has a red border that it kind of makes it different from the other one, obviously. So I picked that up. And then I went to the flea market again another weekend. So that computer was a few weeks back, and I think the last weekend, not this last weekend, but the weekend before, I picked up from my buddy Chris Fallon, who has a booth there. I picked up Wayne Gretzky Hockey. This is another variant. This is the black jersey variant. There's actually 4 variants of this game. It's kind of crazy. There's one with a white jersey, which is the other one I have. Then there's one with the black jersey, which is this one. Then there's one with a white jersey with no logo, so he doesn't have the Kings logo on his jersey. Then there's actually a number variant of this one, which it's just got a different kind of code number there on the bottom. I don't really care about that, but the jersey one, I want to get the one with no logo on it. So if you got one, let me know. I'm looking for it. And then from another booth at the flea market, this guy's out there a lot. He sells video games. He used to own a video game store. I picked up Galaxy Force for the Sega Master System. The case is a little messed up, as you can see. It's not complete, but it's got the gaming case, which is more what I care about when I'm picking up Sega games. But I picked up Galaxy Force 2 a while back, as most of you may have seen. So now I've completed the Galaxy Force 2 games there. So pretty cool. Alright, next, and the rest of the stuff here is going to be from the same place. I went to the Toyman Toy Show here in St. Louis. A local guy, he actually doesn't live that far from me, named Chris McQuillan, runs a toy show. And he's going to be doing a Geek Fest show later this year as well, which we're going to be going to as well. But anyway, so I went to Toyman and I was looking through all the booths. You kind of go through these hallways. So I got to the first booth, and there's some NES games. So I'm like, sweet, I'm going to look through those. So I was looking through them, and I spotted this. Now if you see this is 5 screws. Now you're going to laugh at me. You're going to laugh at me when you know that I paid $5 for this, and it's silent service. However, this is not a regular silent service because I just showed you it has 5 screws. Not many of these have been found. On Nintendo Age, there's only 4 listed, and that's including mine now. And I've seen actually 2 more in my game hunting, and a couple people have told me they've never seen them, and some people have said they've gotten like 800 silent services before they ever got this one. So that was pretty cool to find. It's a rare variant. It's worth a lot more than a normal silent service. Those people didn't have any idea what they had, so it was to my advantage. I went in and picked it up. I will probably keep it. I don't know. It's a screw variant I'm not big on, but this is a very, I want to say uncommon. It's not rare. I don't want to say rare. Uncommon screw variant. So that's pretty cool. And you know, that's the last of my variants, I promise. Next, I went to another booth, and they had some games there, and they were, they said, hey, I'll deal with you if you, buy a couple or whatever. So I saw King of Kings, which is a Wisdom Tree Bible game. And then I saw this, which is Xenophobe, which is complete in box, super complete. He had 15 on this one, which is about retail, and then he had 8 on this one, which is about retail. So I said, hey, will you do 20 for both? He said, yeah. So I picked those 2 up. Pretty cool. I already had Xenophobe, so I have a Xenophobe for trade, but I got the box now and the manual and everything. King of Kings I didn't have, so that is adding to the collection. You'll see the collection number down there at the bottom with all the rest of them as well. So excellent to add that to the collection. Alright, next is system time. It was awesome. I ran into a booth that had a big old box. It was a giant box, like probably like 3 foot by 2 foot or something like that. It was huge. And it had, I saw a couple systems sitting in there, and this weird thing sitting in there. So I looked in there, and the first thing I saw, sorry, my kid's yelling, was this. It's an Intellivision. I don't have an Intellivision, so it was very cool. I saw one, and I was like, I definitely got to have that. And I looked at the price, and the guy, it said $50. And the guy saw me looking at it. He was like, hey man, I really want to get rid of that. I don't want to carry it back home. So you know, I will take 40 for it. So I was like, awesome. I don't have an Intellivision. I'll love to have an Intellivision. Well, I went and I lifted the Intellivision up, and there's another system in the bottom of the box. And I was like, so all of it for 40? He's like, yeah, for 40. Well, there was a ColecoVision in the bottom of the box. So I just knocked out 2 systems that I've been wanting for a long time in one fell swoop for 40 bucks. And that's not all that came in this box. There weren't any games. It came with the power cables, the RF adapters, or whatever they're called, the coaxial adapters. And the Coleco actually came with 2 extra controllers, which is really weird because there's only 2 controller ports on a Coleco and it had both controllers. But 2 extra controllers, got a Coleco, got an Intellivision, super stoked about that. Lastly, this was in the box. I had no freaking clue what this was. Some of you may be going, oh my god, I can't believe you got that. No, you're not saying that. Anyway, this is 2XL. Now some of you may remember 2XL from the 90s because Tiger Electronics released something called a 2XL in the 90s, and it was a robot, and this is supposedly a robot. I know it looks like a little box, but it's a game machine. Now this one's interesting. This was made in, it says 1978. They were made from 78 to 83 by Mego Corporation. Now some of you may recognize Mego because they made a lot of action figures. They're little action figures with their cloth, but they're very cool. But Mego made this. And the weird thing about this is it runs on 8 tracks. So 8-track tapes. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 8-track tapes. Some guidebooks for the 8-track tapes. But I'm not going to run through all the 8-track tapes names, but there's like interviews with great people from history, Bet Your Life. Okay, so I will run through them. Strange But True, Science Fiction 2, TV and movie challenges, check out the art. Tidbits and funny facts. So this is kind of like a true or false machine. Oh, this one sounds great. General information. 50s and 60s nostalgia. Oh, this one sounds exciting. Adult games and puzzles. I don't think that's really what that means. Then we got, I think I already went through that one. Anyway, last one. Wonders of the World. So it's basically a trivia robot. It asks you trivia questions and things like that, from my understanding at least. But I thought that was a pretty cool little grab. I don't know if they're worth anything or anything. I'll probably keep it because it's weird and it'll go nice next to Rob. So anyway, that's what I got this time. I was pretty excited to get all that. Very excited to get all that, especially the systems. I'm super excited to get those. Happy to have those finally in my collection. Need some Intellivision games. I don't have any. I got a few Coleco games that I've picked up in Atari lots. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Tell your friends. And we'll see you next time.